What is going on, guys? We finally got in our trailer for the new Mercury map that's set to release May 30th, which is on a Thursday. At the very start of the trailer, we see a bunch of images that have already been teased out to give us a little bit of an idea of what we'll be playing on. We then get to see that DICE LA has created this map, with it then cutting straight to a plane that's crashing into these crystal clear waters. We see more planes being blown out of the sky from the dogfighting that's going on. The theme here is the German forces are invading the coast of Crete. There was a blog posted today on the EA website that gave out a little bit more information. It said that the British troops have tanks and only a small number of planes, while Germans will control the skies, leverage the rocky slopes for intense vertical gameplay and close quarters gameplay. We then get a few highlights of some of the most recent weapons we had a chance to unlock in Tides of War. We get a look at the LS-26 light machine gun, the now fixed grenade launcher for the M28 Contrambosino. You can check out my video from yesterday in the annotations above that show you just how good this grenade launcher is against tanks. In this clip here though, we see it used to take out an infantry player. It then cuts to a player inside the crumbling building holding the commando carbine. We get a little more look at the M28 Contrambosino, and then it makes it to the Boy's AT rifle, which it ends up completely destroying this tank pushing up alongside the beach. We get a sense of more of that verticality gameplay as the trailer progresses and the fighting moves around the beach. We now see more tank gameplay with the beautiful beach themed backdrop. We're beginning to see more and more of the capture zones now. The blog gives a description of each 5 capture zones we'll find along the map, as it's described as a medium to large sized map. The first 2 flags we see are C and D. We don't get a clear look at them, but we do have some details provided by the blog. C is described as these twin radar installations, along with the tall communications tower, are just the latest expression of military might that the war has brought to the island. A large sprawling capture area encompasses both radars and a nearby building, with the fortifications providing covered movement and firing positions. We get a small glimpse of the radar installations, but we clearly see the tall communication tower in the background. We see right below it is D flag, and it's described as a house that sits on the edge of a village, abutting a quiet town square. White walls surround the plot of land, offering some cover from incoming fire, which will certainly come from the radar sites above, the hills behind, and from the windows in the nearby houses. So I'm assuming from this vantage point, the player is shooting the grenade launcher at one of the entrances to the village, where the house sits on the edge of. If this all isn't screaming intense close quarter combat gameplay, I don't know what is, so this part seems pretty intense. We then go to the part where the player is finishing off someone with a pistol. This player is on B flag, and it's described as the now abandoned home of a wealthy family with grounds sitting above old olive tree groves, offering a stunning view of the Aegean Sea. The walls and gates provide poor protection from bullets and explosives, but fortifications can be built to repurpose the space. So this player is right at the bottom where the beach is at, and you see the olive trees to the right side, and I'm sure if you make it up the hill a bit, you should probably see the abandoned house sitting there. We're going to jump over here now to E flag, where we get a couple of angles. The blog described this as where the local fishermen worked before the war, with a quiet cafe offering respite after a long day on the water. The open capture area allows for tanks to resupply, but the surrounding houses and hills are perfect spots for enemy infantry. Now, this map was described as a moderate to fast tempo pace with opportunity for close quarter combat gameplay, and just by the look of it from the angle of the tank passing by, you see the different houses next to each other and how the close quarter combat gameplay will come to life in and around these buildings, something that's very similar to what we saw around the village by D flag. We then get A flag, which I think is a pretty cool place to have a flag. It's described as being by a quiet beach near a crash Axis transport plane. Rocky cliffs surround the area, protecting it from long-range attacks and creating very vertical engagements between players on the beach and those on the rocks above. We get a quick bird's eye view of where A flag is, with this German fighter taking out a British airplane, which, by the way, the bullets hitting the water looks extremely epic. We then finish off the trailer getting more of a vibe of how the Germans are flying in with their attack airplanes, and the British troops posted up on various spots on the beach with anti-air support. So definitely pretty cool stuff. This was a pretty exciting trailer in my opinion. I think overall did really well. But feel free to let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. But that is it for you guys today. Again, I always appreciate you guys being here. I am Livin, and I'll catch you guys again later.